Hey guys, French period. So, special video today. It took me 15 minutes to make the text again because I haven't been playing with experience for a while. Anyways, 400 subs, actually more than 400. So thank you guys for the support and everything. Um, I'm glad that you enjoy what I'm doing, because I will do it anyways, even if I had 5 subs. I did have 5 subs. And I will do the exact same thing. Um, you know. So for the ones who have been here for a long time, thank you. For the new ones, thank you too, or a little less, you know. Uh, and yeah, hopefully you keep enjoying whatever I'm doing here, which is resistance at the moment. I'm really committed to it. I'm really having a lot of fun, playing as a squad with friends, playing Mastermind, streaming soon, hopefully. Yeah, that's good times, really good times. Making some crazy, complex fucking trap builds with all masterminds I can build, like getting a headache every few days because I'm making this kind of build. I'm just joking. It has been really fun to me, and I do like to make builds. I mean, trying to dig into this really complex thing, which is to try to make traps work on Annette, or traps work on every mastermind here, and actually a lot better than many builds that you will play against, because those builds are good, traps are good. Um, so the basic of traps, I will just tell you a little before I show you the builds. Why do I play traps on masterminds? The first reason was because traps are good. Um, if you have a good EIS speed, okay, you can always detonate the trap before the players are able to shoot it. If you protect your traps with doors or with the environment, and if you don't fuck up. Sound is very important though. You must have I would say, like a decent headset. You need to hear. If a player is about to open a door, you need to time your traps. If you put a trap on the floor, you need to hear your trap. The ES. You need to hear everything. This is really a lot about hearing. So when you play with traps, I would recommend that you don't have noise. That make sure that your environment is not noisy. This really needs you to be good, extremely good with timing. That's what it is, and I would say you need a good amount of speed on cameras too. You don't need to be extremely fast, just decent speed. So there is that. So yeah, I've been playing with traps for 4 or 5 months, and because of that, there are things I do and things I don't need, and that I used to need at first, because traps are kind of complicated in my opinion, especially if you're against good players. You will need though. You can't make mistakes in number one. Anyways, this is not really the subject of the video. Not entirely. Subject is just to show you my trap builds. Some reliable and good and actually strong trap builds with every mastermind that will, at least I can say, if you play them well, you will not lose versus solo queue. Which is easy to accomplish with a lot of builds. And you can certainly beat some teams with those builds. I tell you right away, I did. If you are not coordinated, they will be in trouble, because traps do not forgive mistakes, and doggies too. Anyways, so let's start. Boom, right here. Alright, first one. So the first, oops. Okay, first a trap build. This one. So dogs and traps, okay. I will try to be really quick because this video might take a lot of time, okay. Alright, so sorry. Okay, so Beastmaster, you will use this. Okay, I have 2 variants for Annette, for Trap Annette, okay, 2 different variants. So Beastmaster, not Vact, defense, and Epsilon strain. Then the triple dog is a concentrated enhancer for a strong area 3. Okay, now the deck. 5 different traps that you can you know, detonate with EIS. Red Queen. Electricable free for a good amount of EIS speed, you know. Just one thing. Most of the trap builds I'm going to show you require you to play with the environment. I do not rely on things such as what is it? Yeah, inductors. Inductors basically allows you to. You don't need to be good with the environment. You don't need to use the environment at your advantage. Which by that I mean doors, corners, your knowledge about the maps. So if you are new with traps, I would suggest you go with inductors, either inductors or some steel pressure plate free, some durability. Durability if you are kind of not good with the timing, so even if I see your traps and start shooting at them, you will still be able to trigger them before they actually gain time from it, okay? So inductors or durability if you are new with traps, or even if you are unexperienced in mastermind and this is new to you. I don't need those anymore personally. I'm fine with that. Okay, wait here. I think I do have that. Yeah. Alright, so again back to the deck. So dogs. The idea is simple. Dogs with Epsilon and defense combined with traps. They are good together because you can pet your dogs and then focus on triggering your traps on players, since you don't really need to control your dogs, okay? I will put links in the description. For every build I do have matches with every other builds, and good matches, I would say interesting matches versus a lot of good teams if you want to see one build in particular, okay? Yeah, this video will be really long. So I'm trying to give you some tips while I'm making this. I think it's helpful. Anyways, so well, the key card here is discount. If you use discount and you have 8 energy, you can yeah, if you use discount and you have 8 energy or even 6 or 7, you will be able to gain 4 or 5 energy from discount. This is extremely, like, the energy in this build is just crazy, you know. I mean, you use discount and then you can use every single card here and get a bonus of 1 energy from it, so discount is extremely useful here. Okay, obviously many traps, no need for explanations. This for energy from traps, so make sure that you don't miss any traps. Use the environment, use doors, use the timing, you know, at your advantage. This because you have so much energy, you will reach 10 barrel energy really easily once you start hitting players with traps. So yeah, that's it for the first version. I'm trying not to be too long. Second version, combining Vact and traps. Yeah, and infection too. You could go here with this. The build will be better, but I hope, you know, if you want a better build, you can put this right here, and then a zombie like this here if you want. Okay, so second version, you have Vact. Discount again, we have this, you know, so the impostor. I see a lot of players use you know, the Vact build, and they use a lot of creatures here, but personally if I would use the Vact build, I would only use imposters. They are way faster than others at getting up, and you know, if you use an imposter with Vact, it will take exactly 1.5 seconds before you can start you know, attacking the players. This is extremely fast, and the other creatures, they are nowhere near that getting up speed. He's the only one who is really fast enough to, you know, to be able to attack a player before he actually has time to react. So I mean, give it a shot. Go in training mode, put Vact on that dude, and spawn him. You will see the crazy getting up speed. That's why I have him only. He's, in my opinion, the only viable creature here with Vact. Maybe one day I will make a Vact build, and basically that will be cloning him, you know. Anyways, little information that I don't think a lot of players knows. So yeah, with this build, obviously you go with this one. Area 3 is not strong with this build, so you might want to win in area 1 or 2, which is very doable. Obviously ambush, bam, the act here. Beastmaster or very, yeah, Beastmaster I think is better. Okay, so that's it for Annette. Now I do have two builds with our Daniel here. A fun one first, with the supply right at the middle. Anyways, okay, let's go with the skills first. So brutality, obviously. Wind always. What is it? No, actually not wind. Maybe vampire here. Yeah, or maybe frenzy. No, what frenzy? Yeah. So frenzy, along with endurance. Okay, because this dude will run. You can play this build in two different ways. This is a really fun build and it can be strong too. Okay, I need to change the equipment too. Okay, so the idea is to set up a lot of traps and then use the supply zombie to lure them to the traps, and that works if the lights are off and you make a player walk into the traps. He will die, and then you can just keep running away thanks to frenzy and endurance here. Okay, you don't want to fight with this guy. This guy, make sure he survives until the very end, and then you will get a special weapon from him. So it's really a fun build. But it's not only a fun build. If that doesn't work, you don't have to use the supply zombie. You can rely on a Red Queen and on Electric Cable 3 to simply activate the traps under player's feet, using again the environment and the timing. Okay, very important here. This will be useful to cover your traps too while you are running near them with your supply and they follow you. Well, I mean, you see the build, okay. Okay, the equipment here, I think I do have something different. Yeah, this is necessary because you will get too much energy with that, in my opinion. But here you can go with, that is the funny part, right here. That. So yeah, but I think you can see the idea pretty easy. And as I say, either you try to mind game them, to mind game them, and have fun trying to lure them into traps with your supply zombie. That will work. I mean, basically you are kind of exciting the greedy players with this supply zombie here. That is the whole point. And as I say, you don't have to. You have enough EIS speed to trigger the traps under the player's feet if you want to, just in case that they are actually decent players. Okay, now the second bit, more serious. This one is really serious. So 3-mod deck. Okay, Red Queen, efficiency mod traps, efficiency mod creatures, and right here we don't have that because we want a crazy strong build. we have that. The idea is to combine creatures grabs with Ren and Invincible. It's either you either mind game them. For example, you put traps behind your creatures somewhere they can't really see them, or turn on the light, and then you control an invincible creature. They will have to make a choice. Either they wait and and back off, so you will gain time if I do that. Or second choice, they try to run through your zombie while you are spawning him, and if there are traps behind, they will walk into them and boom. So you can do it in many different ways. You put the traps behind and control a zombie and they might run to the traps, or you trigger the traps and then well, actually the exact thing to do is spawning a zombie. He's invincible for 2 seconds when he spawns, and I'm not talking about invincible here, that's the game mechanic. When you spawn a zombie, he's invincible for 2 seconds. So you can spawn a zombie, immediately trigger your trap, make sure that the player is near your traps. This is really about timing. Then control the zombie. For example, if you trigger this trap and a zombie is being spawned 1 second before that, you can trigger the trap, then control the zombie and get an easy grab. So the idea is to combine creature grabs and traps, okay? This works, this is really strong, and the energy is insane, It really is. You will get so much energy. As I said, it's a free mode deck, which is not a problem. You get this, you can put it immediately somewhere, and this will be useful right away. Every single card here can be used immediately, so you don't need a cycle card, you don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need. Every card here can be put right away and used immediately, almost at least. At least to me, that's how it is. So yeah, that was my second build for Daniel. This one is serious. This one is more fun and also good, but still more fun. So here's a command right here. Okay, now Alex. I have only one build with Alex. I found her less interesting than other masterminds with traps, surprisingly. So my build with her, it's a fun build. Umbrella reserves. It really depends on umbrella reserves. If you get 3 or 4 IVs in hour 1, basically this costs 5 energy. So this can fuck up your whole hour 1 easily if you get the wrong stuff, or if you get it too often and don't get enough traps. Okay. But you can also get tricky. You can get, as I did, I think I got 5 teleportation traps in hour 1 using this build one time. So this can get really funny and wow. And and this can be strong too if you are lucky. That's the problem. So yeah, trap efficiency here, amplify, toxic, triple obviously, and this because you have guns. Guns, in case of you have it's harder for players, so you can either trigger traps on them or you can simply immobilize them, then trigger the traps on them. Okay. So that's the idea. A bunch of bioenergy, like crazy, the gas special, leeching explosive 2, electric cable 3, bioenergy tank 2. It's with those kind of builds, hybrid builds. This is a very good. Those are really some really good equipments if you are trying to combine some masterminds with traps. This is really good for hybrid builds with traps. Yeah, so a crazy amount of bioenergy thanks to this, and the EIS speed is good. Red Queen. So yeah, that's it for Alex. Spencer. I will not show to you my main build with him. I believe it is too strong and kind of cheesy too. Also, this is not fun for survivors. So I will show you another build which is really fun. So, clone, deadbolt, recharge. Omniscience, very fun card. Reroute, very fun card. Both of those cards are amazing. I really love them. There's a reason why I started playing Spencer more. Oh, really, first 2 cards. One thing about recharge. When you start the game, get your 16 bioenergy here. Yeah, I have 2 equipments. I will explain to you why. When you start the game, get for 16 bioenergy as fast as possible. Maybe 13, maybe 14, and then when you have 13 or 14 bioenergy, all you need is to play and try to keep it going. You will not need to be too much involved in the in turning off lights and things. Just make sure that at the very beginning you are at 13 energy. Then all you need to do is just to keep it going slowly and play. Chill. So the build is not what you see here. I mean, okay, how can I explain that? So the build is this card, this card, this card, and this card, and this card. That's it. And sorry, this card. So yeah, those 5 cards are the build. Okay. Then you can add anything you want here for the 5 other cards. Here I'm showing to you a fun variant. Basically, those 5 cards and this equipment make this a good build. That's why he has so much energy, So you already have a good build here. Here, with the 5 left cards, 5 cards left, sorry. This is getting harder. You can put anything you want. Here, there is a video if you want. Again, check the description. Basically, with this build, you can have a third cap of Nias, like 8 Nias in 2 minutes, and play traps at the same time. So that's the idea. You can put anything you want. Basically, you have 5 slots. Okay, 5 slots, and you could put 1 or 2 mods. I would suggest 1 mod. So yeah, if you want to, you can make this different. So you can just put this right here, put the little doggy, and you will have an army of impostor and zombie dogs because of the energy from Spencer, and at the same time traps. Okay, so this is I would say a creative build. Just remember, put those 5 cards here, this equipment, okay, and then you have 2 or 3 slots for anything else you want. You can, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe you like guns, well, that's kind of evil, but you can combine it with guns. You can, even if you want to, I would not suggest it, it's not as fun, but encore here, and combine those traps and, you know, make an army of something, really. So very, very, very fun builds. You can make anything you want with this build. You have room for 1 mod of your choice and 4 cards of your choice, okay? So that's how the build is. Even that, if you want. So that is a build for Spencer. And yeah, anything you want. That's a really good build here. So Spencer, now Nicholai. If you haven't played traps a lot before, I would suggest you try this one first. As I said, a friend of mine had creature. This is the easiest to start with. Okay. So, okay, skills extermination, tracking ones, and mag expansion. The other ones are not really that good with traps, and I tried them all. Really, I tried them. I've been playing this kind of builds for 5 months, and I've tried everything. Radar pulse, turret machine guns. Sadly, even that is not really good. I guess you could put the shield here if you want. Why not? Okay, so the idea is to combine guns and traps, and that works extremely well. This is a free mod deck, by the way, but it's fine, you know. So when you hit a player with a firearm, he will be tracked, and you will get 20% more damage. That is the whole idea. Try to combine the immobilizing ones and the airburst foe to make sure that you get a lot of pyro energy back. You know, there is that too. That's why the airburst is here. I mean, this build is really, I mean, you can kill players very easily. All you need is either 2 traps like that. Make sure you have some trap presets, by the way, if you use one of those builds, because if you have this card here, or this card, having trap presets will give you back energy for every trap. So yeah, there is that. Yeah. This is kind of complicated to explain, but basically guns and traps synergize perfectly together. They really do. And you do not need you do not need this. This will actually be a problem if you use it, okay? For a simple reason. Let's say you shoot a player with 2 air cannons, then your firearm will disassemble, right? Well, the disassemble time actually match the time you need to detonate your traps. So you can shoot them with a gun, and while your gun is disassembling, trigger your trap. While just use the disassemble time from your gun to trigger traps, or the opposite. So that's why you should not, absolutely not, be using this in a trap build with Nicholai. You do not need it. You have to combine the disassemble time from your firearms with the triggering, you know, so with the EIS speed from traps. It's kind of tough to explain. Sorry. As I said, there will be some links in the description, and the gameplay will tell you everything. So yeah, second build. So yeah, the equipment. This is a damage build. Okay. So this will, if they make one mistake, or actually if they just open a door, boom, they die. For example, that will happen a lot in every game, okay? So yeah, there is that. Now the second build. This one. It's a time draining build and fast enemies too. You can see it here. Your point is not to kill them, it's just to drain time. and get Nemesis really fast. So here we are switching something. Yeah, I'm not using this in this build. I think I use this. I'm not sure. Either this, or I think I went even more further and use this to have a crazy amount of bioenergy. So this is a time draining build, and so whole idea is to get Nemesis in hour 1 and to keep draining time with us. You know, and thanks to mag expansion, it will also slow them down a lot with both of us, okay? So it's a 3-mod deck again. This for bioenergy, this for bioenergy, this to trigger traps. I mean, you get it, I think, after all of those explanations. So yeah, that's it for the second build, draining time. And this build, I would suggest you use it on big maps. Don't use it on downtown or on Research Lab. That will not work. That will work on other maps. If you want to, you can also, but relentless, why not? You will track them all the time. I mean, you do have the tracker mine. Yeah, you do have the tracker mine here, so you will track them. Your firearms will track them too. So yeah, this kind of synergize with this. If you want to get Nemesis in hour 1 extremely quick, this will happen really easily. This is a tough build to use, though I would not suggest that you use this build first. This is really tough because you can't miss your trap plays, otherwise you will not get Nemesis. Okay. Okay, I think I'm done. So those are my trap builds. I hope you enjoyed this long ass video. I'm not sure how long it took, probably extremely long. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, this took a while, so I really hope you enjoyed it, and thank you again for the 400 subs. I'm really glad that you enjoy my content. I personally do enjoy my content, by the way. Just joking. Yeah, have a good day. Bye. And yeah, play with drops. They are strong. Creatures fit time. Drops possibly do not fit time. Just think about that. It's just logic. Anyways, have a good day. Bye.